My will is strong. Oh my goodness. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the True Internationals Indian Qualifier Season 2, where lots of Indian teams come together to get their international exposure, also experience with different countries. But
Mhm.
yes, we're back again. It's day number 4, and into the casting desk is me, Bolty. And once again, we got the W1s right here. Look at these guys. How's it going, Wans?
It's going great, Balti. Nice to have you again for casting today with me. And yeah, I'm pretty sad. You told me that you won't be available for casting tomorrow, so I might have to cast with other casters, which is obviously great. But yeah, it's still a little saddening, not to have you around. But still, yeah, I'm gonna be around anyway, so you guys will still have me tomorrow. And yeah, today it is day number 4 of the Indian qualifiers. And here we are. We have APB, right? ABP
Yeah.
for this game against Trinity Zetta. So yeah, that's it for the first game. And you've been waiting off till the players are ready, and we will be heading into the game in a bit.
Yep, of course, and we can't forget our sponsors, of course. This whole event held by the Walkover and also sponsored by Vista for the tournament lobby and also NEXT G out there to give in that sweet jersey by the grand finalists. So right now, it seems like our teams are ready and we'll be jumping straight into the draft. APB versus Trinity Zetta. These guys are wild entry. We do know that some of the teams couldn't, make it, so they are basically walked over. So we had a pull in the wild card, which is kind of play like before the matches in like 5 p.m. or so to get teams actually rolling in to fill the slot of this match one. That's why we got different sorts of team. Even the match 4, it won't be Eternity Esports anymore because I'm pretty sure it was quite sad that they had to drop out because there's like an issue in Manipur right now where the internet is banned, and under unforeseen circumstances, it is very sad that we couldn't do much because the tournament has to move on because we are near the deadline of the True International stage. We need to get our Indian qualifier straight. So with that being said, APB and Trinity Zeta onto the rocking stage here. It seems like they're going straight for that Kimmy ban.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going for the straight up Kimmy ban right here. They do not want to deal with that annoying scientist, who carries around that toxic acid on her back. She's just, popping around all that toxicity and just killing off even tanks. So she's a pretty decent ban here. And as for Trinity Zeta, they're banning away that's glue, right? Yeah, it's glue. They're banning away glue. So that's a pretty solid ban as well. Because yeah, glue is rising into the meta right after the revamp. And now his spread. You can use it anytime because it's made into a second skill, no longer an ultimate. So that's pretty convenient for him, to stack up those stacks and to stick to your enemies easily. And here we go from the side of APB Bolty. Look at that. We have a Lucas ban as well.
Yeah, Lucas ban always those meta picks that are going to be get kicked out of the chopping board because these guys. I'm pretty sure they are aware of the meta. That's why they even decided to join the tournament, of course, especially trying to represent India on an international stage. They need to
Mhm.
set standards. So these bans are, of course, the standard bans. And we're seeing Trinity Jetta coming up with the Baxia. Of course, Baxia also rising in the current meta right now. So flexible, can go jungle, can go roam. And if you guys want to play it a little bit more spicy, you can go in the EXP lane. I'm pretty sure those stacking up the second skill can deal a hefty amount of damage against most EXP laner because you're not gonna get bursted down in EXP, that's for sure. And Shield Unity is a good tool to kind of rotate really fast. So right now we're seeing Kalea ban again. Another strong ban that can, whip you out with a tsunami slam, don't you think, once?
Oh yeah, definitely. The fish with her tail, she can just wrap you around with the tsunami slam and kidnap you away. The teammate side. So picking her way is quite good, but then again, she is a pretty situational pick. So yeah, it's still good to take her out. But then again, from the side of Trinity Zeta, we have a Roma ban as well, which is the Matilda, a utility ban, a pretty solid ban. But here we go. The Badang was right open, and they took advantage. They just went in and straight up pick away the Badang. So that gives them a higher edge here because the Badang is really flexible. It can either be thrown on the EXP or Chrome as well.
Yep, of course. And after seeing that Matilda ban, No, it's really safe to pick the Badang because there won't be any guiding winds to guide the Badang off to the first crack. So yes, they are going to utilize that wall against for the advantage. But here comes Trinity Zetta with the safe pick. There's the Gatot Kacha, and yes, finally a Jujin. Actually, I think this is the first time a Jujin debuts in this tournament because haven't been seeing Jujin quite a while.
Yeah, Sushi has definitely fallen off in the meta because of the recent, mana adjustments received in the passive. The mana region has been, toned down a bit, and even the consumption on her lantern flare of the mana is really high. So due to that, she has fallen off a bit. But still, if you take Common Emblem, half Clock of Destiny, she's still pretty solid. And boy, look at the picks coming up from the side of APB, and they have secured the Louis and the Grandeur. Man, I am just, literally scared of a Louis. She can just, pull up diversion and make plays that can totally flip the table. So yeah, they have to watch out for the Louis as well.
Yeah, of course, you have to watch out for those bush engagement that will be coming with the diversion. And the
Mhm.
last thing you want to, get caught in is that bush diversion. Most likely, Obadang is going to have that initiation tool to just go in, get in the first breaks, and hopefully some of the teams are going to following up. But you know how to counter those diversion. That is how you counter. That is a joy
Oh,
right there. Those movement speed will
yeah.
might be the one they need, but if she gets caught, the only way you can kind of suppress her down is with a suppression skill, or maybe a badang also can work wonders against this. What do you think, was?
I mean, she does have the CC immunity when she has, the second skill on the beat. The Rhythm of Joy works very well against CC immunity if she have the perfect beat. But then again, it's a Batang. He can, pull out walls, and that can trap the Joy if she gets into the Batang. So the Batang might actually work against her. But then again, it is a Joy that we're talking about, very mobile. She can, dash through the walls as well. So it's pretty solid from both sides of the teams that we see. They have a pretty decent pick. But then again, it's a Joy that we're talking about, an assassin, which is, you know,
Ooh.
and oh my lord, wow! Today I posted a picture with a W, which means a 1-1, and there we go.
Okay.
Debut of 1-1, guys. If you do not know, I am a 1-1 main, and my name once it originates from 1-1. So there we go. Yay, my 1-1 has been picked, and I am so excited to see her. I just, want to see those crossbow of times that is gonna pull triple kill maniac savage time shit. Those 1-1 means wet dream or something. So yeah,
Oh boy, of course a 1-1, right? But something to kind of counter out the 1-1. It seems
yeah,
like APB don't even care. I mean, of course you can dash out, you can stop the dashing because 1-1 is a constant, basic
hmm,
attack pressing dashing cat. That's why the Kufra bouncing ball can kind of stop her, but don't forget the main important aspect of a 1-1 is activating the crossbow of tank with those weaknesses. So even though if you can be in the bouncing ball, if you can throw in those swallow's path,
yeah.
you can pretty much get that ultimate up. I don't think a bouncing ball can cancel the ultimate. So either way, a Hanzo also kind of works to kind of force the 1-1 out. But looking at the side, a Granger against a 1-1, this is going to be very interesting. Might be hard for a Granger actually.
I mean, talking about a Granger versus one, I feel like the Granger can actually overwhelm the 1-1 in the early phases of the game because in the first 5 minutes of the game, 1-1 doesn't have much attack speed, so she can't really dash around much. So that's the time when Granger can really bully her and put her at a disadvantage. But then again, if the 1-1 manages to play safe, gets the item. Oh my god, trust me, Bolty. The Granger, he won't be able to do anything. As for the Henzo, he's a walking spirit. The 1-1 with the corrosion side will not even let the Henzo to even get in front of her. So they really have to watch out here. And man, they even have a chip on their side, on the side of Trinity Zetta. And that is gonna be a lot of teleportations that we'll see. Both side of them, they have uh, teleportation skills, or on the hand of Trinity Zeta, they have the chip with the shortcut, And APB, they have the diversion, so we are going to see a lot of teleportation around the map here. So it's going to be basically a game of set. So yeah, we're going to have to watch out for both sides of these. Because they can a lot of outplay gameplay here.
Absolutely. It's a battle of diversion versus portal, and into the portal we go, and into the land of dawn we are here once again. Game number, I mean, not game number 4, but day number 4. Match 1 is in progress. APB entry with a wild card, as long as Trinity Zetta, they're gonna be on both side, with blue side for APB and Trinity Zetta onto the red side, and they're looking for, those jungle skirmishes. And once, what do you think? What do you think is gonna get that first blood over here?
I feel like there's a high possibility that Enzo can get the first blood because he's the fastest jungler in the game. He can just eat up those buff, get that level 4 as soon as possible, and look for early game rotation. And it seems like here on the mid side, there's going to be a little bit of a contest for the Lito, not much of a contest. It's just going to be the Henzo securing off without any problem.
Indeed, indeed. And for now, like you said, the one I'm playing really safe, because early game, of course, you don't have much attack speed. But it's one thing that kind of counters the Granger to say is the one ability to keep dashing back and
Yeah,
forward, which is kind of hard for the Granger to hit. At least if you want to press the Rhapsody, you at least have to shoot out like two to three bullets every round that you give. So that kind of chunks down your energy as well. But it seems
yeah.
like bot side though, it seems like Godzilla is in position to go for a little bit of an engage here.
Pretty much they're just gonna look for an engage, but then again, it seems like they're just gonna back out for now and look for the objective instead, because in 10 seconds now the turtle is gonna be spawning up. So both of these teams, they're just gonna prepare for that sweet turtle soup.
Indeed, sweet turtle soup spawning right there. And it seems like higher ground is going to be on the side of APB, unless their jungler rotates, but Hanzo is way down there in the red buff. So he's going to kind of rotate, get the purple as well. And then he might be a bit late, but it might be Joy on the side of Trinity here. Finally going to get it, but instead Joy is going towards the purple. So it's going to be another late side on the side of Trinity to contest for the turtle, because the AXP's already there to kind of provide vision. And on bot side, there's nothing much happening because right now it's all about the turtle skirmish.
Yeah, definitely. And just look at the Henzo, man. He's free farming all the game. He's already hit level 6, and Joy, on the other hand, level 6 as well. So they're pretty even. And as for the goal, it seems like Trinity Zeta are, leading by about a few hundred goals there. So now look at that. Turtle has been started from the side of Trinity here.
Oh,
Oh,
Vice first rotation coming up. It's just Kai getting caught. But it seems like Blurry Face on the other hand started to go for more, but Kai getting caught on the space break on the fish. Something is gonna come and happen again, but the first blood definitely falls aside. APB taking out the Joy. Too much early engagement. You do have the shield of the turtle, but in terms of trading wise, APB kind of traded off with a jungler, so it's kind of good for
damn.
them.
Did you just see those two members from the side of APB nearly surviving with 1 HP because the Jujin ran out of mana? That is pretty unfortunate for the
Yeah.
Meta, man. They could have, gotten 2 kills there, but no. The inefficiency of the mana really cost them those 2 kills.
Yeah. But right now, turtle wise, no trades. Instead, I like once they just went in for some kills instead of just contesting for the turtle. Do you think that's a wise thing for Trinity Zeta to do?
I mean, they could have, contested further for the turtle because two members from the side of APB were already low. One was taken down. It was a pretty good opportunity for them to secure the turtle, but no, they just kind of back it off. And now we are another turtle skirmish is gonna cook up in a while, and both sides of the teams are preparing. This time around, the Henzo really need to watch out for the Joy because she's getting ready with those rhythm of Joy
Yeah.
and getting in with the rhythm. Oh,
Some commotion happening up. It's just the Hanzo and the demon form turn out to zap out Zapparuni. Once again, the Joy is looking for some kills in a fight over here. His break kind of being used again, but of course, both teams. But it seems like the Hanzo getting caught by the rhythm of Joy over here, or it's just going to be the crossbow of Tang. But the illusion will be the one to shut down the Badang, the Fister out of the cracks. But that is going to be a free turtle onto the side of Trinity unless this diversion come out and play. But it's going to be a Hanzo going straight, but nope, not enough. That's going to be Blurry Face securing the retribution. And of course, a sweet turtle for the team.
Man, that was like 5 members on that turtle soup. The 1-1 made the rotation all the way from goal lane to the turtle, which is pretty impressive because it's just oh, look at that.
Got a little bit of a solo kill for Kai there, but it's going to be Kai getting traded out. Shota Don will be the one to take out, but it seems like the Granger also is in trouble, but the Electrifying beats too much for him, but Dark System, guys, will be the one to take him out. And that is a 3-3 on both sides with a 2-2 trade on both sides.
That was a scary name. The way you said Dark System gave me a little bit of trauma there, bro. I've been using a lot of Dark System lately. So, look at the chip there. Goes in with the conceal
play coming up. Not quite rage for the concussive blast. That's another save tier 1 on top. But if they can bait them out, this is where the choke point is going to happen because, look, they're pretty much tanking up Illusion. Kind of unaware, but still checking the bushes with the Lantern. So that is going to be both teams spreading off. But it seems like the Joy also looking for a bit of a skirmish on top.
Probably. Oh, look.
Whoa, what the frick? What just happened? Blurryface gets the Granger. A lot of commotion happening here. Godzilla gets taken out by Illusion. It's also going to be the Badang falling towards Illusion once again. Double kill for the Butterfly Lady. Seems like Electrifying beats too much for Chotadonis. He falls to the beats of the Blurryface. It seems like Hanzo is kind of pissed. He want to take revenge, but it's going to be a Kai. Just goes back because he couldn't do much. That's going to be 3 deaths to the side of APB with Trinity Zetta just, getting those sweet kills for themselves.
Man, this is what I was talking about. Hanzo can't really do much in this kind of a lineup against Trinity Zetta. He can't really catch the marksman, neither the mage. And let's forget about the EXP. It's a thought we're talking about. He can't take out time with how under farm he is at the moment. And talking about the Hanzo in the late game especially, he really suffers because the spirit is just way too squishy. Before he even makes it to the enemy's face, he's already being chunked down, and by the time he reaches there, he's already dead.
Oh, portal coming up. It's just AP Biryani getting caught by those melting coming up from Dark System. And yes, anti-turret getting taken out by Mackerel. Wants to trade it down top side here, but 2 will fall to the side of AP Biryani once again. Godzilla in trouble. The AOG being used to pressure Godzilla, but I feel like Illusion is gonna be the one to take him out. And yes, the Lantern mana was just enough to take down the Godzilla. And that is 3 deaths once again aside of the Biryanis. But as for Trinity Zetta, they're looking always for that Trinity kills.
Man, we're like 8 minutes into the game, and the gold build-up is already really big from the side of Trinity Zetta. They've already managed to make up a 5k gold lead against APB, which is high. And there's just nothing much going on. A little bit of a poke coming up. And look at the items there. Look at the 1-1 already has made a lot of items. Corrosion and Windtalk really good for the attack speed. And as for the Granger, he has only a Sky Piercer and a Hunter Strike, so he's not gonna be too much with that because he does not even have stacks on the Sky Piercer, so it's gonna be pretty much really useless unless he get those kills. But yeah, he just needs to farm up the stacks and wait for the late game as well.
Yeah, 4 turrets already down to the side of AP Biryani's. Trinity are looking for more turrets actually. They've already traded out the top and the bottom, but that's just not going to be enough for AP Brent to do much. But the Lord is going to be spawning in 10 seconds. Trinity Zetta are looking for the place to kind of set this up. Either it's going to be a diversion play coming up from the Louis because they need a really good set. If not, they won't be able to take this Lord for themselves.
Yeah, they definitely need to come up with a really good diversion if they want to, secure the Lord. Because look at Trinity Zetta here. They're just, wow, free farming the Lord. They're just going to take an easy Lord. Oh, diversion.
Here comes diversion coming. It's just going to be a Hanzo, though. That's kind of a clever thing, but you just didn't go for the Lord to kind of press that retribution. Instead, you go for something that is top side. But that's going to be Kai once again top, trying to clear lanes in case there's a diversion. They're going to get a Gatot to split push. Absolute one. But for now, that's going to be a Lord marching, I'm pretty sure, to the bot side here. All in favor to the side of Trinity Zetta.
Yeah, they're definitely on the higher edge here. Trinity Zetta doing really well. I feel like, with the diversion there, uh, APB, they didn't have to be scared. It's a Henzo we're talking about. Use the diversion, let the spirit go in. Even if the spirit dies, the Henzo is going to be safe. He's going to be all the way back in the base. So, you can take those risky play and try to steal the Lord because the spirit does not kill the body. And look at that. Talking about the spirit, it's the
Oh,
Henzo just going in and, yeah, nothing much.
yeah, instead Blurry Face is looking for the rhythm. There comes Electrifying Beats, but not in the vicinity of the rotation to connect for the Louis. Shota Dune, he needs to set up something because they're really not, they don't really have much damage because the Granger is kind of like under farm. It's only Louis that can kind of turn the tides around, but even Godzilla can't find a good Tyrant's Rage just yet because nobody's cluttering up. Maybe you can do it into the portal when everybody kind of, teleports, but here comes the AOG. Nobody's gonna get caught on that. But it's just gonna be a good Tyrant's Rage, but not enough damage to take them all out. The follow-up is not quite there, but they were able to take out the Kai, so that's good.
Oh,
But once again, oh, that is a turret kill. One, and another shutdown coming in from the Hanzo itself. That's 3 true from Trinity Zetta here. I don't know what they're supposed to do here. Once again, a divergent play on the mid side here. Dark System not getting caught in the midst of it just yet. Too tanky for a roam. And there is we're going to drop it off right there. But that is 3 kills out of APB.
oh man, Trinity just they gave away 3 kills to the side of APB. That was really risky because they just went in too deep,
Yeah.
in APB's territory. They just went in without any minions and they took so many turret shots, which ultimately killed them. 3 members, that too. So they have to make sure they don't make the same kind of a play there because if they continue to kind of throw the game like this, it might cost them the game here because it's a best of one we're talking about. And APB, they have a Granger, so they really, really need to look out for him. Once he has the Capriccio stacks, he will be chunking down a lot of HP from the side of Trinity Zeta here.
Yep. And the mistake is Trinity Zeta are looking, are solely reliant on the Lord here, but there's a little bit of an engagement though. A little stun coming up from Godzilla once again, but there no
Oh,
crossbow things just yet being used. But that's just gonna be nobody dead so far. It seems like Dark System is really low though. But yes, it's gonna be that kill from anti-third gender. Ooh, I shouldn't be saying
ooh,
that because But as for now, that's gonna be one dead on the side of APP. And yes, Trinity are just looking for that Lord because no Fister,
version.
but a diversion coming up once again. Almost a steal this time, but Blurry Face knows quite well that there's gonna be Hanzo lurking in those bushes. And it's actually kind of interesting the way that APB are using diversion to send Hanzo because Hanzo is like the safest person that can contest the Lord. But if that
Yeah,
could have worked on their hands, it could have been an easy steal.
yeah, definitely. I feel like they really need to time out that diversion, a little bit earlier because
Yeah,
he's just not making it in time to steal the Lord. So they have to come up with a better diversion than that. And talking about the itemization here, if you take a look at Louis, she has pretty solid items, has the enchanted as well as the glowing one, a good amount of PDR and DPS, I'd say. But on the other hand, though, look at 1-1. She is going for a crit build here, which
yeah.
kind of and has the malefic gun as well, so will increase the basic attack range as well and will help her to trigger that crossbow attack much easily.
Yep, AOG following up though, backside. Still nobody getting caught once again. That's a missed AOG, but here comes the wrath of the Trinity. Right here, falling to the midst of APB as they take out the Granger. They're looking for more kills. Fister gets taken out. Dark System also gets traded out right there. But the Lord's still up, and they're looking for that crystal base lock. And yes, they get it. And yes, they will move forward to the rounds of 16. Trinity Zeta out of nowhere with a wildcard stage. It's APB getting toasted instead.
Damn.
Hey.
uh, that was a pretty fast game, right? Because that felt like really short and it was really
Yeah.
fast. And man, I the build up that Trinity Zetta, the build up right from the bat, it was pretty decent. You know, with the Joy, they really utilized the rhythm of Joy and the electrifying beats, getting those early kills. And on the mid game, mostly relying, you know, on the tank to do the setup and then followed up by the mage as well as the marksman. So that was a pretty good coordination, really good micro and macro overall from the side of Trinity Zeta. But here we are. It is ultimately going to be Trinity Zeta taking away the first game. And yeah, with that, I'd also like to remind you guys that there is going to be a sweet giveaway as well. So stay tuned, stay around, be active in the chat, and you'll get a chance to win a few hundred diamonds, like about 100 to 50 diamonds. So you don't want to miss out on that, right, Bolty?
Yeah, you don't want to definitely miss out on something that is free and from the hands of Vista itself, because it's a certified diamonds, no illegal something that's gonna be happening. So yeah, do the way you want to win is just be active in the chat. The best way to increase your chances of winning is to comment, be active, comment a lot of stuff actually. If you But don't spam though, okay? But it's just gonna increase your chances of getting picked by the giveaway randomizer. So with that being said, I see like we're gonna be heading for another break here. It's gonna be a 10-minute break. Management side needs a little bit of maintenance. So once again, it's your casters Bolty and Wans. We're gonna be signing off. See you in the next round against two teams once again.
Yeah, bye bye, guys. See you.
Choose wisely and crush those responsible.
My will is strong.
Hello again, but we have come bearing sad news or bad news once again because this current match against Time Slip and One Last Dance is going to be a walkover for One Last Dance because Time Slip,
Yeah.
unforeseen circumstances, like we already said, yeah, they won't be able to make it. So basically, congratulations to One Last Dance. Well, this is not going to be their last dance. It's going to be in the round of 16, maybe, but they're
Yeah.
still going to be moving to that round of 16. But once, it's sad, but I'm pretty sure you have something else to announce, right?
Well, there is something special that I do want to tell the audience. I don't know if they really care about it, but I still want to say it that today is the birthday of our guy, our caster, Sebastian. So it's his birthday, and I really hope you guys could, wish him out there in the chat and, just bless him in the chat with
Yeah.
some wishes there. Yeah.
Can we, can we get a happy birthday also?
Oh man, I mean, you want to sing me? You want me to sing happy birthday?
Yeah, for
On-
Sebastian. He's going to feel special, right? Once you sing it, he's going to be like, oh man, it's so worth it to cast in this tournament because no other tournaments do this.
I mean, let's sing it together, man.
All
We're
right.
gonna make it alone.
Oh, really? Oh, wait. Oh, a part of that, though, we're just gonna sing a little bit of a happy birthday to Seb, but just one line, okay? 3, 2, 1, once, let's go. Happy birthday, Sebastian. Happy birthday, Sebastian. Happy birthday, our dear Ricardo Milos. Doing the Ricardo. All right, yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday in the chat, guys. Happy birthday for Sebastian in the chat. He's our beloved caster as well. He finally made the debut into the C3, but he's a very good caster, as we all know. But it seems like there is a second win for Time Slip, it seems, because we have noticed that a few members joined the lobby despite that they're not response. So once, what do you think? Are we going to are we going to get a match? One Last Dance gonna have their one last dance?
A little bit of an intel from management. There, it seems like time slip are ready to play the game. It seems like they're here, they're on. So guys,
Okay.
sorry for the misinformation that we just provided. Time slip and one last dance is gonna happen, and they are in the lobby, and they're just gonna be waiting off for all the members to be ready, and we'll be heading straight into the draft.
Yeah. We're gonna get a that's W in the chat, guys, because once is literally doing this.
I mean, that's what I stand for, right? With W.
Oh boy. All right. This is absolute W because um maybe one last dance will have their one last dance against Dynasty, but if they dance over them and they win, it won't be living up to their name. But
Yeah.
as for now, these are underdog teams. We've never heard of them personally ourselves. So it'll be, a breath of fresh air once again. But the hype, though, if they play good, the hype would be good. But if they don't play well, it could be another way around. So what do you expect from these teams?
Well, you've already mentioned that they're an underdog team, so even I'm not really sure what they have up their sleeves. So it is gonna be a surprise for both of us. So it's just gonna be a observation from both of our side because we do not know these teams properly. So it's still new for us as well. So we'll be witnessing their gameplay for the first time. For me personally, it's gonna be my first time. I don't know about you, Bolton.
First time, huh? Okay. It's a bit sus the way you say it once. But yes, guys, we have finally uploaded the first ever shorts in the Cloud Clover channel. Go check it out, guys. Actually, a good one where Ikosul, Living Down, Mr. Xavier stole a lord with a freaking glowing one, okay? A glowing one against the best team of India, that is Tartarus. I know they don't have their full lineup because Innocent and Mugi are kind of new because it's usually 27 and Kyle when they're like on their, strongest form where they destroy every team that comes against them. But, guys, stealing a lord against Tartarus is quite a big feat. So go check it out. Go support the Cloud Clover channel as well because we'll be trying to, push out more tournament clips as well, just for you guys,
Yeah.
just for those moments. So yes, once with the W again.
I mean, man, yeah, guys, just go out and check out the new short on the Cloud Clover because that was a really unexpected steal. Almost thought it was a hack for a moment because that
No.
lost steal from the glowing one, man, that is something that happens once in a million. It's like seeing a Halley comet in in every century, every 100 years. So yeah, we never see
Okay.
players often stealing Lord with a glowing one. So yeah,
Yeah.
and
Even Debbie said that you don't need retribution when you have glowing one. Yeah. That's quite a retribucious glowing one. Because
yeah.
I don't know how the glowing works against the Lord. Maybe the more HP they have, the more burn it deals, right? I'm pretty sure once.
Definitely. It does do, a burn based on the max HP of a target,
Yeah.
like 2.5%. So a lot is really tanky. And even
Yep.
a 2.5%, it's going to be really high on the lot. So, yep,
Yeah.
it's going to deal a bit of a damage. And guys, as for the team, we're still waiting for one last dance, to complete their lineup. It seems like they're having a little bit of an issue with their lineup. They're leaving, they're entering, we do not know. So we're gonna have to wait for them to get ready.
Yeah. Gonna be always the waiting game for the casters, but this is where we yap a lot. And speaking of the True International, that is coming up. I'm pretty sure it's gonna start to I'm pretty sure the fall of this month. And
Mm-hmm.
man, the amount of countries, man, the amount of countries is actually what excites me because before in the season one, we only have like 3 nations, but here, oh boy, like 5+ nations. I actually haven't seen the gameplay of Laos and
Yeah,
Colombia, right? I'm pretty sure
yeah,
Colombia can join as well. And I've heard that we are also gonna get like different casters from outside national states. Not only gonna be ones me, Debbie, Champ, Sebastian, but it's also gonna be maybe Philippine casters as well coming here for
Uh,
analysis. So I'm pretty excited to meet new people onto the casting desk as well. So there's a lot to be bringing for this international stage of true internationals.
yeah, even I'm really, really excited, for new casters because we're gonna be, meeting new casters from different countries, and it's gonna be one heck of experience, to be able to cast with them, experience the draft, the picks, the metas of other regions. Because let's be honest, we're Indians. We stick to what we have,
Ah,
here. We do not really care about what's going on outside. But if we talk about the pro scenes, we really need to do our homework. We need to learn what are the metas, what are the picks, what are the the main bands that they do in other regions, other metas, especially when it comes to Philippines and Indonesia, because these are like the biggest country where MLBB is the most popular, and these
mhm.
Indonesia and Philippines are like the homeland of MLBB, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, just PH is just different. Okay, PH is
Yeah.
just different. And we've also listened to a bit of lectures from the legend himself, the Leo Caster of
Oh yeah,
PH.
definitely.
And that was quite an honor that we were able to meet him, listen to his lectures and
Yeah,
explaining how casting works. So we
yeah,
have been there. So if we're not that good like Mirko, like Leo, like Gideon, but we
yeah,
have there to get that exposure of the best of the best.
yeah,
So I really wish that more casters can also, experience those because those are really important. And
yeah,
it's all thanks to Kronos actually because he was the one to call Leo and teach, Indian casters about the ways of casting. So W Kronos once again. And yes, I've heard that MPL Latam ended as well. Grand finals, there was drama into the LAN event of Latam because I'm pretty sure Influence Reigns kind of emoted on Corinthians, and that
ooh,
is what happened. The karma effect happened to Influence Reigns, ended up throwing that last game, number 7. So, absolute cinema. Go check it out in MPL Latam.
yeah, guys, definitely go and check it out. What's going on in Latam? And that was a good story that Bolty just told us. It was a pretty karmatic because you don't shove recall in the face of your enemies. You're gonna face karma for that, and that is what we've witnessed even in the WFA, right? Remember ABM and
Oh
the
my
was all
goodness, man.
over India. That was all over India, and boy, even Boone, General, DJ Wiger,
Yeah.
all that was absolute toxicity. So,
Hmm.
guys, if you're playing, do not shove those tas on your faces of your enemies.
Yep.
That's not good. But if you want to do it, it's up to you. Me personally, I do it. I don't care.
What? What once? You just said don't do it, and you're the one who is not, being a figure to for people to not do it. Instead, you're still gonna be spamming. It's like you're becoming a hypocrite at this point.
Ouch! You're calling me a hypocrite. That's a little rude. I mean, it's India that we're talking about. One of the most toxic servers, man. It's just fair enough, to do a little recall. At least I'm not out there in the chat writing full paragraph against my teammates, right?
Yeah. But it's a good thing that MLBB also limits the paragraph that we can write in game. But still, it's those small gestures, small sarcastic kind gestures that usually trigger the minds of the, you know, immature, I should say. And yeah, it's basically a mess at this point. But yes, as long as we don't have redrafts, I'm pretty sure India will can grow. Don't you think, Lance?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that, Bertie.
All right. It seems like our teams are still, waiting up for that ready queue. And once again, so we're in day number 4. We still got a lot. This is actually the final, final day for the round of 1. I'm pretty sure. And after this, we're gonna go to the round of 16. It's still gonna be elimination, maybe best of 1. but the best of 3 series, I'm pretty sure, is only gonna start to the quarters, it seems. And yes, we do have people like this current match right now. We might be having a walkover again, but after like the match one, I'm pretty sure it was times 7, right? They won with a walkover and they just quit. I mean, they know that they already win, but they still quit for some reason, because it's only in the round of 16 they're gonna, debut again, and it just quitting again. I don't know. I don't quite understand. That's why we have to, shove in a wild card stage where we're getting, some good teams, some underdogs as well. I'm pretty sure Armageddon Esports also hit to the stage as well, so they're gonna be replaced into like the, I guess maybe game number 4 or match number 4.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say once?
Yeah, I definitely have something to say. It's unfortunate news. We previously were talking about the walkover, and it seems like it's gonna be happening. And this time, the team that is, choosing the walkover, it is not time slip. It seems like Last Dance is the one that is
Told you.
doing the walkover. So time slip is the team which is gonna win. So they are heading
My God.
in the round of 16 without facing against One Last Dance. So it's basically a free win for Team Time Slip. So they've won this and they'll be heading into the next stage.
Yeah, I mean, at least they didn't quite live up to their name, but it's the last dance of them, I'm pretty sure. That's why I was like, you don't usually name your team these kind of names because it usually come into effect, and when it affects you, it kind of brings down your morale. And Time Slip, they weren't responding at first, but they use time travel. They slip through time to have that space to come into the lobby, and yes, they're rewarded. They're basically Natan at this point. And yes, they're going to be moving to the round of 16. And ladies and gentlemen, I guess that's it for this match number 2, because we're going to be jumping into match number 3 against some other teams. I'm pretty sure Wans is still going to stay out. Maybe Wans and Debbie going to be joining, but as of me, I'll take my leave now. So with that being said, guys, have fun. After the 15-minute break, we're going to be back with more action.
Yeah.
wisely and crush those responsible.
My will is strong.
Hello, guys. We are back, and this time around, it is gonna be me once myself. And this guy, looking like a king sitting on a throne, joining me, will be the one and only Cham. How are you feeling, Cham?
Oh my god, what an intro from Once. Thank you. I didn't really expect that from Once, but thanks a lot, Once. It's I'm so glad that we finally get to like do this once again. I think the last time we
Yeah,
casted, it has been like over 6 months, 8 months, something like that. So I'm really
yeah,
excited.
yeah. It's been quite a while since we've last casted, and it was one heck of an experience. So yeah, we're gonna be casting again tonight, and tonight is gonna be me and you, two analysts, gonna be analyzing the game. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. A lot of insights that the audience is gonna get. I'm not really sure about play by play though. So guys, bear with me. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna pull out the play by play. But then again, yes, talking about tonight's game, we witnessed the first game, and the second game was a walkover, and we're still discussing about it whether these teams should play or not. But yeah, this time around it's gonna be the third game, and it is gonna be Anarchy versus
Inferno.
Inferno INF. So these are a pretty solid team because Anarchy, most of the players from Anarchy are actually members from ET, which is the Eliminators. So they're a pretty good team, which is known out there as well. So Inferno, they have to look out for them because Inferno, I've never heard of them. They're probably an underdog team. What about you, Chan? Have you ever heard about the Anarchy, like the ET or the Inferno?
Now, quite honestly, I don't really have much info on these teams. There was a few familiar players that I saw the previous times I was casting in this season currently,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
these teams are like totally fresh to me. So I don't know. I hope they still like have something to be showing us. Yesterday's all the games were pretty exciting. I think we
yeah,
can see some similar kind of fast-paced game today as well.
yeah. I mean, talking about tonight's game, it's gonna be really interesting here because it's Anarchy, and this is probably a change of name because here it's a bit, which is a mid laner. We have Johan as well, and Beelzebub and Picked Off, and on Inferno we have Lens, Kens and Lens. Wow, that kind of rhymes. We have Insane Gamer, we have Zoba. Maybe. I don't really know these teams from Inferno, so it is the first time for me to be witnessing their gameplay as well. And yeah, talking about the game, the players are still preparing their the lobby. They're waiting up for the teammates as well. So bear with me and Cham. We're just gonna be yapping here for a bit.
Yes, indeed, indeed. When it comes to those new teams, man, they're like new toys. But you just got them. You haven't taken the wrapper of the toy yet, so you don't know if the toy is like gonna be shiny, if you're gonna be enjoying the toy, or the toy is gonna be a total buzz. So I guess we'll be finding out with the new teams. I hope they can once again impress us like most of the teams has doing so far this season 2.
Yeah, Champ. Uh, we've casted before. Right? I want to talk like how we've previously casted because it was one heck of an experience when I first casted with you because obviously we're both analysts, and analysts they don't go together, but sometimes in certain situations we have to be put together. So what do you feel like, to analysts tonight on the desk, on the caster desk, being put
I
together? How
mean,
are you feeling?
I actually like I totally forgot about that time, and yeah, I still do vaguely remember about that. But like I'm kind of a guy who like changes a lot over 6 months, I guess. So
Mhm.
I guess this time it's gonna be a different experience. Once I'm really excited, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Even I'm really excited because I never do play by play, so it is gonna be an attempt from me tonight to do a play by play. So
I
if I mess up,
yeah,
guys, please Please do not judge me, especially chat.
I don't really think so. That's gonna happen. I've been watching you grow over this past few months, even though I myself have not been active. But honestly, man, you and Bolty, that duo, it like all the slaps. So I think I have to take my hats off to you guys.
Aw, you're just being humble. You're a great guy, man. Yeah. So yeah, guys, talking about all this stuff, let us not forget about the audience, because the audience is what makes the tournament exciting. Because you viewers out there, this everything that we put up, this show, this tournament, these teams that we bring up, is all for the audience to watch. And let's not forget that even the audience, they deserve a little love, and we try our best, to put up some small giveaway from our side.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And there's still one more giveaway in the chat. Just you have to stay active, chat around, converse in the stream, and get a chance to win giveaway like diamonds, because we have a bot in the stream that will.
Once
Was
you there?
she was active when the nightbot was monitoring the stream, so the nightbot can monitor the stream anytime, anywhere. And if you're active during those time, then you might be picked by nightbot. So look out for the nightbot, and get yourself a chance to win the giveaway.
Indeed, once. So yeah, guys, look forward to that diamond giveaway in the chat. Stay active in the chat. Support C3. Support the True International, and enjoy these games. I think we are moving on to the draft. Meanwhile, ones. Any
Yeah.
thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. We are here straight into the draft, and here on the blue side we have Anarchy. On the red side we have Inferno. And man, Cham, just look at a first ban coming up from the side of Anarchy. They're straight up going away for the Fanny ban. They do not want to deal with that little Mikasa of our Land of Dawn, because she can literally obliterate you with those steel cables and cut throat.
Yeah.
So they
Uh,
definitely are gonna banning up right away.
as a personal opinion, though, I don't really think the fan is that strong. Fanny has a quite
Mm,
low win rate in tournaments overall. But the thing is, when you allow from your side to be a Fanny to be picked up on the opponent side, you are always gonna be like forced to play a certain way, because the Fanny can create so much map pressure. So seeing a Fanny ban in a tournament makes a lot of sense. So speaking of map pressure, one.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of map pressure, just look at that. They're banning away the chip. We have seen what happened in the first game. A lot of portal coming up in the Land of Dawn. We had seen the chip set up those portals, provide those, gateway for the teammate to participate in the team fight anywhere around the map. So it seems like Inferno, they've been watching the stream, they've been observing the draft, they've observe the picks, and they're aware like what can come up with these kind of heroes. So they're just going for the safe bans. They're banning away the setter potential, and yeah, just gonna go for the safe ban here. On the side of Anaki though, they're having a pretty solid ban, don't you think, Cham?
I I think the Hylos, it can be a respect ban. Maybe these teams know each other. That can be a respect ban towards that Hylos. Maybe there isn't like godly Hylos player on the side of Inferno, or maybe their EXP laner it just like doesn't like the Hylos at all. Something like that has to be.
I feel like the Hylos, it's a really flexible hero. He has a
Yeah,
utility
I would
role.
say it's
Can be played,
semi flex.
yeah, in the EXP or either the Roam as well. So that's a pretty good thing about the Hylos. And man, talking about utility, here comes the clear pick. Here comes the fish with the tail who can whoop your butt and pull you towards the enemies there. So what do you think about that, Banchan?
Nobody likes being A8, so that ban onto the Kalea, it makes a lot of sense, I guess.
Yeah,
I the most important thing about this kind of heroes, it's always gonna be forcing you to use that purify. Like your mage has to go purify, your MM has to go purify, but the jungler that cannot go for purify. So it's a safer option to be keeping this kind of heroes banned for most of the teams if they do not have a obvious counterplay towards it, and they can execute.
yeah.
Oh,
Man, just look at the bans. Pretty standard ban coming up so far from the side of Inferno. On the other hand, we have Anarchy. They're coming up with some pretty solid ban as well. They have even taken out the Badang despite having the first pick. So it seems like they're not gonna opt for the Badang as a EXP or a roamer because they did have the first pick, but they're just gonna ban it away. They're not gonna opt for the Badang and they're just gonna be looking up for something else. What do you think, Jam, that something else could be for the
um,
first?
for the sixth ban, I think it's gonna be Matilda. Oh, Kimi. It's not Matilda. It is Kimi. Quite surprising. Um, I mean, when it comes to the Kimi though, like it kind of makes more sense because it can be fixed into the gold lane or mid lane. So I think none of our teams wanna be like second guessing and banning few heroes that are kind of flexible. I would say.
Yeah, very true. And as for the first pick here, we have Anarchy, and they have the first pick here. So, what do you think could be their potential first pick, champ?
Um, there's Matilda that's open.
Mm-hmm.
Hayabusa open. I don't think Hayabusa is like, oh, it's gonna be a Bakshia.
Wow, wow, it is gonna be a backshot indeed, man. The backshot has just been rising into the meta way
Y-
too much, and he's been
yes,
dominating really well. He's
yes,
just
exactly. You were talking about being the heroes being flexible. Here comes a hero that can be flexed into not one, not two, but three lanes at once. So a Bakshia, like if you pick it up, you can make your opponent always be second guessing like where this Bakshia gonna go. They never know until they see your team's last pick probably.
yeah,
Even after seeing the team's last pick, they might still not know where the Bakshia gonna go, right?
yeah. I mean, the backshot probably will be thrown into the jungle because that is where he is doing the best now. And man, just to counterweight the backshot, here comes the one and only Jujin and a Florin pick. A pretty good counter pick from the side of Inferno. Because if you give away a Florin, which is gonna pair with a backshot, it is gonna wreak a havoc for you in the line of down. So they want to prevent that and instead they're just gonna deny Anarchy of that Florin. And to counter these fighters such as Lucas as well, they have even a
You might get
Jujin on
excited
the
again once. You might get excited again. I'm just gonna say that. But oh, never mind. When it comes to the Bakshia, I have a feeling it's gonna be thrown up into that roam position, especially now that we see Lucas being also picked up. I think Lucas gonna be their jungler and Bakshia probably EXP or roam. Now we don't know, but looks like yeah, that's gonna be the case probably.
yeah.
Granger, any thoughts on that? Like how strong do you think Granger is the as a marksman? Do you think it's the best marksman when it comes to the game right now?
I mean, talking about Granger, he is still pretty solid after the previous two nerf that he has received. He has, received first nerf, which was in the previous season. It was like a little, to tone down his damage, but toning down his damage was not enough because the main, key factor of the Granger was the long range poke ability that he had. So they had to tone that down as well. The Death Sonata's range was shortened. Even
Mm-hmm.
the Rundo, his second skill, it was shortened as well. And to compensate for that, they did increase the physical scaling on the Dead Sonata, but yeah, they did, nerf his range quite a bit so that expose him to more danger. And talking about danger, here we have a Phoveus pick that is gonna wreak a havoc here because Phoveus, man, he pairs up really well with a Florin as well. With the
Yeah, phobias paired up with any support, it's really oppressive, and I think this Inferno team they don't like any surprises. There goes another teleportation play. No diversion for user. Louis denied, and from the side of Anarchy, we see the Fredrin band. I think they already picked up their jungler. Now they want to deny Team Inferno from picking up a solid jungler that can be paired up with Florin, I'm guessing.
yeah. So what do you think about the picks and bans so far, Cham? Who do you think has the better draft so far.
Um, Even though the side of Inferno they has Florin, and I don't like playing against the Florin most of the time, especially given that I play solo queue. Nobody focuses on the Florin. She just keeps on healing, 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 and all my damage goes to waste. I get 0 kill. I'm the one that gets like killed. I run out of my skills, and yeah, that's a pretty horrible experience. But this is a tournament we're talking about, so I would have to give it to Anarchy so far. So far, yep. They got the Granger, they got the Lucas, and they got the Baxia.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, they have a pretty solid pick so far. I feel like if they can pair up Baksha and Lucas with a healer, it will work really well. I feel like if they throw in an Angela or a Estes, that can still pretty do well because Granger, he does
Ooh,
even when
ooh,
um yeah, with a
ooh.
support. Talking about the goal,
Um,
a good
Benedetta,
array.
Benedetta. Do you like playing Benedetta once?
Certainly do.
I mean, a Benedetta, it's always fun to watch no matter what. Even if the Benedetta is a quote unquote what many people call like nab, it's still a fun to watch. Like Benedetta is always a fun to watch for me, but I think it's a tournament, guys. So I think this Benedetta can show up something can really be interesting to watch, especially paired up with an Angela.
Yeah. I mean, just as I was saying, these heroes can be paired up really well with supports. And here comes Anarchy. They just throw in a support. It is gonna be a Angela. I feel like this
Wait,
Angela.
wait, wait. This is the Angela mid we're looking at one.
Yeah, probably.
So how do you break up this game plan then? Like this is Angela mid always clearing lanes with Baxia, right?
I mean, Angela mid is not surprising. We have seen Angela mid lanes in a lot of tournaments as well. Even in the pro scene, we've seen Gosu Hoon pull out an Angela mid lane, and it did perform exceptionally good. So this is a meta that most esport players are
I
following now.
mean, yeah, yes. Here we go into the land of Dawn though. Straight up, I think we are looking at not a mirror start. From Anarchy, they're gonna be starting with red, and Inferno, they're gonna be starting with blue one.
Yeah, they're definitely starting off with the blue buff. It's pretty obvious you want to start with the blue buff and provide rotation to your goal lane. So that's how you mostly
Yeah, I think
go
that's
for
the
it.
thought here.
Sham, are
Hmm.
you there?
Yeah, I am here. When we were talking about that Angela earlier, but like the Angela doesn't have the wave clear anymore. But I think paired up with the Baxia onto that concussive, it can still like clear up lanes pretty well. Oh, here is a engage mid lane.
Not much gonna go off. Just a little bit of a lethal contest there, but it's gonna be the Joy that's gonna be securing the lethal. And as for the mid lane here, we have the Angela doing pretty decent, just gonna clear up those lanes and provide the support. But then again, on the top lane here, ooh, the gold crab just goes right into the hand of Joy with that retribution being used there. So it's just gonna be a basic farming for now, not much gonna go on. And it's just gonna be these teams gonna play it safe for the early game, not gonna risk up much, and they're just gonna be farming up here. So yeah. And Cham, what do you think about the game so far? Because these teams are playing it really safe. So who do you think might get first blood here?
Don't know. Yeah, both the teams are playing pretty safe. I was kind of impressed to see the like Benedetta making an early rotation, but then she lost a little bit of some HP. I think she tried to 1v1 the Phobias, which is never a good experience, so she had to recall. Now she's kind of behind in level, I would say, almost. Both the junglers are looking at level 4. The Joy is at level 5. Here comes the first turtle, but both the junglers, they're going to be focusing on their buff first, I think. Here comes the turtle.
Oh yeah, the turtle fight is stirring up here, and it looks like the Lucas from the side of Anarchy is just farming up that energy before he goes into the fight. And here goes, oh my god, look at Beast of Light form goes, and here comes the Lucas with the with the
Retribution.
Oh my god, just look at that. Oh my god. Here comes the fist combo from the Lucas and he just absolutely obliterates MJ. He gets the first blood on MJ. Here comes the chase from the side of Anarchy. The Joy being chased down by the Angela herself and she's just gonna go up and a lot of support coming up from the side of Inferno as well. Just look at the Crimson Beacon being popped from the Fusion. The Lantern Flash stacking up the
Ish.
stacks, gonna be throwing away the Lucas, and here comes Beatrix with the support. We'll be using up the run from the back. Infernal Pursuit from Phobius will take down even the Angel as well. So a 2-3 trade from both sides of the team. On the bot lane though, Benedetta with the split push will be taking a lot of gold from that gold pair, and for now we'll just be backing off with that sweet goal that she just stole from the bot lane there.
Yes, even though the Benedetta got the entire tower plating from the EXP lane tower shield, but you know who actually won the fight? I think it's Inferno because Beatrix picked up a double kill early game. That's really big when you're playing that Beatrix because I think most of the time Beatrix goes for BOD first item, which is pretty expensive, the most expensive item in game, I think, right?
Yeah, definitely because she has to rush for the BOD. But
Ooh,
yeah,
some action onto the Joy.
oh, just look at the Beast of Light form being popped from the Lucas. Here comes the flash combo, goes to in for the kill, but no, it's gonna be the floating heal gonna sustain off the Joy. And for now, it's gonna be a back off from the side of Anarchy. They won't be able to do much as of now because the heal is just way too much from the floor. The hand on the top side here, we see the rotation coming up from the back shear. It is gonna be Mr. Gentleman on the back shear there, providing rotation, but no, will be heading up to the turtle soup. A second turtle spawning right up, and on the mid side though, four people already.
Yeah,
There's
mid side some action looking to be brewed up, but here comes the second turtle in the land of dawn, and it's being wiped on by Team Anarchy. Here comes another skirmish.
oh, champ, just look at that. An Inferno pursuit from the Phobius because a lot of thing. Flash combo, Electo being popped from the Benedetta and it didn't catch anyone there. Flicker being popped from the Florin. Flash run away, gets petrified. Another Crimson Beacon gets the Lucas down, and boy, it is gonna be another even trade for the side of Anarchy to get. Oh my god, just look at that. We missed an off cam kill there. The Beatrix was taken out without any support from his team, just got obliterated from that backshot rotation on that shield. And for now, looking at the game so far, I feel like Anarchy has turned the tables. They have got the goal lead. They have you know the better edge when it comes to the goal as well as the objective because the Benedetta has been totally focused on those objective, being pushing those turrets quite sneakily when uh Inferno they're busy with the team fight there.
Yes, at this point it more of looks like that Benedetta has been playing gold lane almost with that kind of gold being in her pocket, and another action from Gentleman on that Bakshia trying to chase out the Florin.
Oh, the lantern flare being popped from the Fusion there, another throw coming up, right? And here comes the Beast of Light from the Lucas being paired up with the Angelus ultimate, a lot of heal, a lot of sustain, a lot of poke coming up from the Granger with the Dead Sonata and Rhapsody. I'm not gonna hit anyone, but it's just gonna be a little bit of poke. But then again, here we have Skull from on the Joy will be using those rhythm of Joy, but not gonna engage with the fine beats, but just back off for now. And gonna be looking for some kills. But then again, here comes the Joy again. Not gonna use the
Uh,
electrifying beats just yet. And yeah, they're just gonna play it safe because if you take the goal lead here, we have 2.7k goal lead from the side of Anarchy. And here comes the third turtle of the game. It's two turtles have already went to the hands of Anarchy, so it is going to be a third turtle to the side.
Oh, here comes Joy. Electrifying baits, securing the turtle with that retribution, and so it's going to be making an safe escape, it looks like. Meanwhile,
Ooh, a
going
lot
on.
of kills being picked up left and right. Look at the Joy there. Not gonna engage on the backline, just gonna be playing it safe. The Lucas goes in with the flash combo, gets the oh my god, the Lucas totally got obliterated. Very passion being popped from as well as the fine beat. The Granger, oh my god, look at the Benedetta with the beautiful petrify connection absolutely deleted the Joy. And yeah, it's just gonna be the Angela being the best healer here. because she has been popping up the shield and heal really well, and the Florindo on the other hand not being able to sustain the team much.
Yeah,
Despite
I think the Florin doesn't have that much CDR yet, and as we can see, the build, the Florin sadly isn't building any CDR, which that hero desperately needs. Meanwhile, the Angela straight up going for the CDR build with that fleeting item being built up already. Both the heroes have the Flask of the Oasis, which is pretty big. Meanwhile, Benedetta picking up
yeah,
another kill, or was that a turret? That was a tower. That was a tower.
yeah, I mean, champ, please enlighten me more on the items because all of these heroes they seem to have a lot of items, but no, let us not focus on the item. The weird passion being popped from the Beatrix, the chase coming down from the Joy being immobilized there and gonna get killed. Get oh, look at that Inferno proceed being popped one again. Beatrix with the beater passion gonna be hitting a lot on the Granger. Granger gonna get picked off because his name is picked off
Picked
literally,
off.
and yeah,
Yeah, he is staying true to his name, but he did something good before getting picked off. He actually picked up the enemy
oh
jungler.
just
Yes, one.
oh my god, look at the Benedetta going in right in with the Electro, not gonna catch anyone with the Petrify combo. Here comes the Inferno Pursuit, take down the Benedetta. But then again, a lot of heal coming up from the Angela will be healing up the teammates right up. And even the Floating on the other hand will try her best to heal up the teammates. And it's just gonna be a 1-0 trade for the side of Anarchy now because they have lost Benny. On the other hand, Inferno will be walking off with no casualty whatsoever. Take a look at the items on the Beatrix. It has a lot of main items. Has the Malefic gun, Sea Halberd, and now rushing for
Uh,
that Blade of
yeah.
Despair as well.
Yeah, on our production team, they switched up from Beatrix to Joy, and I was like, why does the Beatrix has a holy crystal? I was kind of surprised for a while, but never mind, that's actually Joy. I think this Lord is gonna go into the hand of Anarchy unless Inferno can do something. We are seeing a battle of the healers, but in my experience, I think whenever I'm playing Thorin, I have lost to an Angela like 2 times in a row playing Thorin. So I think there might be something onto that Florin versus Angela matchup. I think Angela might have a better hand for some reason. I think it's because whoever the Angela is ulting, they can like chase down the Florin and make the Florin like unable to play the match at all properly.
Ooh, look at the Lord Dance. Look at the Lord Dance. A lot of HP being chunked down from the side of Anarchy. They get the secure, easy Lord. A lot of
Yeah.
zoning coming up from the side of Anarchy there. Gentleman always on the front.
Gentleman,
Oh my
yeah.
god, look at Beatrix there. Pops up the. Oh my god, just
Ooh,
Lucas goes in,
flash combo.
tries to flash combo, but no, not gonna catch anyone on it. But then again, here comes the Crimson Beacon from the Fusion, just not gonna catch anyone from the. Oh my god, did you just see the runner on that Beatrix? Almost took down the Granger from a full HP down to nearly 40%
Yeah,
HP.
that was like
Going
literally taking him down to 25%, I would say. And Gentleman has been doing the not so gentleman's work here, constantly being a menace to the side of Inferno. He's being zoning them really nicely, not letting the Florin player do anything, not heal the proper targets they need to do, or not letting the Joy participate into any team fights at all.
Ooh, that is a pretty harsh jam. Oh, look at that. Look at that. A lot of poke coming up from that Mr. Fovius there. MJ just gonna be, using his tankiness as an advantage to zone out the members of Anarchy. But then again, look at the Lord being pushed down on the bot side here. Oh, Inferno Pursuit coming up.
Oh, Gentleman.
Uh,
They actually did a pretty good job not letting that Lord charge onto that inhibited tower of theirs, and also not only that, they picked up Gentleman, the zoner from the Team Anarchy. Here comes the healing from Thorin being used, and they are trying to pressure Benedetta, but I think we are not going to see any more casualty here. Can we check the items one more time? I want to see the
I mean,
Thorin items.
Sham, if we talk about the items, right? Just look at the Angela, man. She already has a lot of CDR and a lot of utility items. She has even the fleeting time as well as
Yeah,
the Flash of Oasis. So that's really good for her. She can constantly use her ultimates. And if the teammates
exactly.
are getting kills, it's gonna be benefiting them a lot because she can spam that ultimate much more. And on the other hand, though, I feel like the only main character here that can, turn the tide for the side of Inferno, it's gonna be Lens on the Beatrix, because the Beatrix here can, dish out a lot of damage from the back with the Bennett. Because the Bennett,
Oh,
man, look at little
Grenade.
Benny goes in front of a Fovis. Oh my god, gets caught. Oh, almost tries
Ego
to pop
picks
up.
up the kill. Even with the hard guard, now I think the key players from the team Inferno, I think now they're
Yeah,
online. Even with the
yeah.
hard guard, Benedetta there went down. I mean, she probably thought she was kind of invincible with the Angela paired up with her, but never mind.
Yeah, definitely she
Wow.
thought she was invincible, but no, boy, he was wrong, because he is way too fishy for an assassin despite the Angelus ultimate. And here comes another Lord fight. It's gonna be a 4v5 for now, because Johan is down and no EXP whatsoever, and the Lord will definitely go to the side of Inferno. And look at Mr. MJ there, just goes in with the passive there, trying to trigger Inferno Pursuit, but goes in too deep, had to flicker out of the danger. So far, no casualties from both sides of the team, just the Lord being secured on the side of Inferno.
Yeah, Gentleman has been doing that not so gentleman's work and constantly being bullying backline and the front line of Inferno there. But I think also like Mr. MJ there has been doing a pretty good job of frontlining for his own team. Now the Florin is getting a little bit of CDR items. I think now they're gonna be more online. Now the Florin healing is gonna be really healing. And here comes another action happening towards the mid lane. Mr.
Yeah,
MJ looking for Johan probably. Never mind. Johan gonna back off.
I mean, the Beatrix is totally popping off its late game now, and just look at Inferno. They're totally going for the third. Oh my lord! Look at that, Mr. Johan
Here comes
almost.
Angela hard guard.
Yeah, go ahead, Cham. Just take it away, man.
Okay, here comes the Angela with the hard guard, but like I said, the Inferno, their team's damage dealers now they're online. Angela goes down. They're being picked up against. There goes Lucas and also Angela being taken
Oh
off.
my
Now
lord!
Gentleman is the only one that's standing by himself alone. Can he defend this? Can what do you think, Juan?
I feel like this is the end for Anarchy. I did not expect such kind of comeback from Inferno. Beatrix has really been popping off, and man, the backshot alone can't.
Here is another wave though. A wave pops up. Can they defend somehow? No. Here goes down the Vakshia. They still have the minions, and that's gonna be all they wrote for the side of Anarchy. Inferno there being behind the entire game, coming back with that epic comeback and securing the victory for our game number 3 on our day number 4 on True International Qualifiers Season 2. 1.
Yeah, that was a really unexpected comeback from the side of Inferno, because I
I
was, I was like totally one shock when I
Okay.
saw the comeback from the side of Inferno, because in the later phases of the game, we did see the Florin and the Beatrix pop up really well. They got the items. The heal was
Mm-hmm.
really immense from the Florin, and man, the Beatrix got totally, her hands on a full build. She was absolutely obliterating each and every member from the side of Anarchy. Anarchy, on the other hand, they had only Granger for that late game carry, and the Granger alone was just not enough. And Johan, he did make a mistake there on the mid lane bush. He just, went in alone, tried to catch up Lens on the Beatrix alone, but no, they have a floating, so he had to be careful
Yes,
for that.
yes.
Because
I
the
think
ultimate,
go on once, go on.
yeah, because the floating ultimate is like global, so she can pop it up
Exactly,
from
exactly.
anywhere to save her teammate, and that was like where, Johan kind of threw it off for the side of Anarchy. He did die there, and yeah, it just forced his team to also go in, and that is where, the Beatrix from the back was dishing out too much damage, took down each and every member possible from the side of Anarchy.
Yeah, that was a really good ultimate coming in from our Florin player Poe. And not only that ultimate, actually, Beatrix, I think, would not have survived if she didn't have that lantern of hope, that flower of hope, I think. But Beatrix there also had the flower of hope. So she gets extra shield from Florin healing. And we are saying that Beatrix played the game really well. I think someone that got unnoticed this game, it was Sir Mark on that Jushin playing really well, and I can see that she actually got the MVP. That Jushin, I think Jushin totally got unnoticed that entire game. I think Jushin was the anchor man holding her team, even though they were like that much behind, kind of like together, and they were able to formulate that comeback.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's it, guys, for tonight. It is just gonna be game number 3 for now.
Wait. I think we
Game
got
number
another
4,
game,
yeah,
right,
game
Mons?
number 4 is coming up. Yep, definitely. Game number 4 is coming up. It is gonna be. Wait, let me just fact check myself. It's gonna be Minimalist versus Phase 7. So yeah, it's gonna be a really good game as well, because Minimalist and Phase 7 are a new team as well. So I'm not really sure how they play. It's gonna be a surprise for you guys as well. So stay around.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know, just look for the surprise that's gonna come up from these two teams. So,
Yeah, even I don't know what the surprise is, guys. So guys, stay tuned on the chat. Keep on chatting, keep on supporting. Look forward to the game number 4. I think right now we can go into a break, right?
I feel like there's just gonna be a short break because there's gonna be a change in the set of caster. It was me and Bolty who casted earlier, and now it's me and Ucham, and I feel like I need a little bit of break, so it's gonna be Debbie that's gonna fill in for the last game. So on the caster desk, it's me and Cham. We're gonna sign off and see you guys at game number 4. We'll be back after a short break.
Thank you, Hans.
team's lead and crush those responsible.
My will is strong.
Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again after the long-awaited break, I think. Yeah, but yes, we are back into the Indian Qualifiers 2 International Season 2. Season 2, I mean. So we are here for the last match of today. We are gonna be seeing two teams who will be competing against each other in this best of one series. We have a Fair 7 versus Minimalist, and alongside me, who's gonna be bringing the voice of this match, will be Champ, and we're gonna be bringing you on to this match all together. So Champ, what do you feel about these teams?
I quite honestly like these are the teams that that I am watching. I'm laying my eyes on for the first time, Debbie. But I know you have been casting for a long time. I know you have a lot of experience. Do you know anything about any of these players or the teams?
Oh, I think I put you in a pedal right there because I myself don't know them just
Really?
yet, but we're about to fix it, right? Because we're gonna be
Yeah, I
seeing
guess
them
so.
for the first time today, right? So this is
Definitely,
gonna be
definitely.
a new experiment for you and me. So we're gonna be seeing what they're gonna be doing. So I can't wait any longer because we are up and kicking because these two teams, I think they have a lot of potential in them if they are trying to sign up in this international qualifiers, because this is not a small state we are talking about. So I think that they have what it takes. So I can't wait. What are we gonna be expecting? The thing is, because there are a lot of shift in metas, right? And even though it's weird to say that the tank is also out there, the assassins is also there. So what are you expecting? What are we expecting?
I don't know what I'm expecting, but I would be happy to see some assassin play once again. Like I was excited last game when I saw that Benedetta pick. I hope we get to see like Fanny being played this game. Probably that would be exciting. I have my fingers
Oh
crossed,
yeah.
and last game we almost thought that the blue side team won, but surprise, surprise, the red team they actually kept on fighting. They didn't throw. They kind of played that defense really well with that Lord. They picked up their front lines from the other side. I think it was the Bakshia, and then they like surprised us and made a comeback.
Yeah, that's what we are looking for, right? A little bit of a change in the surprise element as well, a change in the meta, and expect the unexpected. That's what the thing has also been going all the time, but it's gonna be sticking because we do not know what we're gonna be seeing. So yeah, with the this is a new faces for us as well. So I, like you mentioned, I would really love to see a Fanny, because the Fanny has been such an amazing hero to be used, and I think we have seen only two Fanny so far into the hands of Terran,
Yeah, I
into
think
the
it
hands
was
of
two. Yeah, I think.
yeah, those two heroes, those two players. You know, those two has to be the, you have to be very confident onto the hero as well, so as to pick it up
Yeah,
when your opponent is unknown, right?
yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
let me
exactly.
ask you.
Not. Yeah,
Yeah,
go on.
which one is your favorite? Which one is your favorite, Tarin or
Uh,
Joseph?
are you Cherin? Cherin. From what I saw,
Oh,
Cherin
Tarin?
fan is
Yeah, yeah,
definitely
yeah.
better. From what I saw, Cherin fan is
Ow,
definitely
come on,
better. But
dude.
I have heard that Joseph has been not that comfortable on Fanny, but that statement
What?
was made by, I do not remember who made that statement, but I think yeah, I heard it. But someone told me that Joseph has been practicing Fanny even more. He was
No.
trying to get more confident on the Fanny, and I think
Oh.
Cherin has been playing the Fanny for a long time. I think I have casted for a game like 8 months ago, and Cherin Fanny, I
Mm,
think I saw that even 8 months back. But
okay.
I would say like Joseph is all over a pretty gifted player, pretty good jungler. So it's gonna be pretty easy for him to be comfortable on the Fanny. And
Yeah.
when it comes to the Fanny, though, it's not only how comfortable or confident you are at your own abilities, it's also about how your team is going to be enabling you to be using that hero to the full extent of its ability, I would say. Like, if your team is not good, a fan is not going to be looking good.
The thing about the thing about the difference is that Tarin, I really like that you chose Tarin over Joseph, because Tarin is an assassin user, right? He does not really play those utility jungles and all. But Joseph, he plays a lot of heroes. He has a
Yeah, I
lot of
think so. I think so.
Yeah, that has to be also the reason. But I would say it's amazing. It's amazing that I've finally seen someone choosing another jungler over Joseph, because Joseph has been the top.
I mean, we are strictly talking about Fanny there, right?
Fanny,
And
Fanny, yeah. You love Terrence
oh,
Fanny
yeah,
more.
yeah,
Because
more.
I
From
yeah,
what I
because
from what I've seen so far, yeah. From this particular tournament we are talking about,
yeah,
okay?
yeah. Maybe there's a way that Terrence plays that. Even though it's two Fannies, right? They have a different kind of play style.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
triple
They
style,
have kind of different
triple
kind
style.
of play
Yeah,
style.
I see what you mean there when you toss Terrence over Joseph,
And
because
when I
them
say that, like, I am quite a Fanny enthusiast myself as well. Yeah,
real.
I don't really play her that much because I always struggle. I do not get to take my blue buff. Every time it's the same story with me whenever I play her in rank. I mostly play solo queue, so I can do some cables pretty well. Not gonna lie, even
Uh,
like after not playing her for that long time, and from what I have seen from Cherin, uh,
mm.
it's a he, right? I don't know. He or she, they can
Me, of
do their
course.
third cable really good. When I say the
Yeah.
third cable, you do like one and two cable. Your character flies forward, right? Like in one direction.
Mhm. Yeah.
The third cable can totally change your direction in a way where it can totally surprise that enemy. And what I've seen from Cherin, he's really good with that third cable. He can change his direction just like that. Like, he's really comfortable on that hero.
Yeah. Mm.
Probably over 1,000 matches on that hero easily.
Oh, yeah. I think he has to be it. And think about assassin is that you have to be so apparently gifted on the skills, right? Onto the micro. I mean, but
Yeah,
if you
kind
talk
of.
about
You
oh,
cannot like really care about the other aspects of the
yeah, that's
game that
what.
much.
Mm, I think that has to be it. And
Meanwhile,
also,
I think both our teams are kind of ready, I would say.
yeah, they have to be. I think because we are gonna be, we are almost turning into a question and answer.
Yeah,
Wasn't
probably,
it a third
probably.
kind of interview? And I am
Yeah,
the one interviewing you.
something like that. Since like
I
both
mean,
these teams are like kind of new, that's why I think cannot talk about them that much. But it was a nice one. Anyway.
yeah. But one thing's for sure. After this match, we will be sure who we should be talking about, who we should be focusing on. So I think if the teams are ready, we might have to go into the drafting phase. But if we can wait any longer, I might just try to question you another again.
Okay, okay,
Well, do
sure,
you have
go
any
on.
questions for me? I think you should question me now.
I I don't have a question in my mind right now. Actually, I'm kind of
Oh
like
my
blank-minded and looking forward to this upcoming game. I
god.
don't have a topic
Oh well.
for my own.
I think from what I heard from Bolty though, you're such a you can yap a lot, but I think you don't know wanna yap with me, I guess.
Yeah, I think this is our first time working together, so I don't really know a lot about you,
Oh,
and like vice versa, right?
okay.
So, but we both love, like, we all, including the entire chat, entire community here, we are all gathered around ML. So when it comes to the game, I think we can all keep on talking the entire day, right, guys?
Yeah, just yep a lot. But you know what? One thing you might know or not know is that this is my first time, not the first time casting here, but first time being here in the C3 family. So I'm really excited for this, and I think this is gonna be an interesting one as well because it's already international, right? And we have seen the different kind of squads and also known ones as well as unknown ones. So I'm really looking forward to see who's gonna be coming out on top and who's gonna be representing the nation in the tournament in the upcoming tournament. So yeah, who do you have your eyes on? Who did better than in your opinion? The turret
Uh,
or anyone else?
are we talking about the teams?
Here, yeah, in this
Uh,
tournament.
it's no surprise that I have to say Tartar is obviously one of them, and I also have to pick, no pun intended there. And for the other teams, I'm kind of sorry because I do not take notes anymore. Why? I am forgetting the name
Damn
of
it,
the
Nick.
team. I can
Thank
like
you.
go back a little bit and tell you the other teams later. But meanwhile, I think we are moving on to the draft.
Yeah, the draft is up, ladies and gentlemen, because Fair 7 Esports will be going against Minimalist into this best of one series, and we have seen Fair 7 will be the one having the first pick, but they will also be having the first ban. So, what are the choices they are going to be banning? Because they are not familiar with each other, but you cannot really risk any kind of heroes that you have to let go. And the most obvious one in the meta has to be the Baxia, but they are banning away the Kalea.
Yeah, Kalea, pretty oppressive of an hero. Can heal, can kidnap, can move around the map really
Yeah.
fast, can jump up the wall. Does so much. That's obvious. There goes Lucas.
I think two of the Naruto's characters will be gone again because you do not want to give out the Lucas to a random person or a even known person because even though Lucas is quite sometimes big teams have already getting chances to try to counter this Lucas and they do not ban it away in the first phase, but you cannot risk because you'll never know what you're going to be facing. So I very well understand why minimalists are going to ban the Lucas because they have the second pick, they cannot utilize it for themselves. But Fair 7 Esports, they do have a chance to ban out the hero. So what is it gonna be? A
Orin,
rank ban? Florin. I like the Florin ban though. What about you?
I yeah, exactly that. We just like saw what happens if you let the Florin being free for too long. That last match. Oh, speaking of the Florin, I think there was Van Satoru playing with his Lance versus Florin. That was pretty impressive to watch. So like definitely their team is a strong contender as well.
Mm, okay, I think this is understandable.
Do you think it's gonna be
But
a Matilda now
oh,
being banned?
Matilda. Oh, wait. I think it's just solid choice. They could go for the Matilda because you do not want to give away any kind of combination on the Matilda because sometimes let's face it, right? This meta is very weird. The
Ooh,
XP is not really is the meta is very weird because sometimes you go for the utility, but also you go for the assassins. So when you go for the assassin, you go for the
that's
uh
gonna be actually an utility plus assassin on the face of Selena.
yeah. Oh, this is what I'm talking about, right? You just have to ban out the assassin as well as the utility. There we go. The Selena already gone, so maybe they are setting up for themselves for a squishier mid laner that's immobile. That has to be it. But for the other side, Fear 7, they ban away the glue into the first phase.
Yeah, glue also kind of like forces you to be picking a certain heroes or play a certain ways. So like glue being banned out
Yeah.
kind of makes good sense. And with glue, you don't have to like pair anything. You can just like pick it up, almost make it work if you do not let yourself be like busted with those small glues when you use the second skill. Now it used to be
Yeah.
ultimate, and
Mm.
so oh, we are not gonna be seeing Fanny, David.
Ah, okay. We were manifesting for Fanny, but we cannot get what we want because the Fanny is gonna be banned away. And this is the meta we're talking about. Ban out the utility, but also ban out the assassins because you do not want to face this particular hero. But the first pick is already up for the side of Fear 7 Esports. So, oh,
Ex-
Kimmy! I really like a Kimmy first pick.
I don't. You know why? Because every game I play myself, there's a Kimmy. I mean, I am the Kimmy most of the time, but I have had enough of Kimmy already. Come on.
Oh my
It's
god.
it's still a good pick to be making. And speaking of a good pick, um, I think this is gonna be a better pick actually. It can be flexed. Oh, okay. This combo is gonna be really deadly if they actually decide to go for it. Um,
Yeah, the picks are. Oh, I think it's kind of weird
there comes the
because
Matilda,
they.
and
Uh, what else? What else is good? Oh, Baxia! Wow. We forgot Baxia, but do you really want a Baxia when there's already a Kimi? But then again, we cannot forget that this is a Matilda we have. So I think
not forget the
minimalist
guiding
they
wind.
are yeah, they have to be. It's gonna be supported and respected as well. So this put in a position where the Fair 7 Esports they cannot go for the heavily dependent on heal or resins heroes because you are gonna be seeing a dominance build in the Baxia already onto the other side. So maybe they can just go for the assassins now. Play the long lanes, or they can try to prioritize a counter pick here onto the mid position too. Maybe because Kimi is already a flex, right? They can just use
Yeah, Kim is
the
a
more
flex.
on it.
Or they can
Yeah,
actually pick up some heavy frontline like that hero right there, Badang. Because Kimi, like
yeah.
whenever I'm playing Kimi and my team trolls pick up like something like a Saber roam or a
Oh,
Selena roam, I'm like, how do I play the game now?
uh,
But our team, Pair 7 Esports, they're not gonna be trolling, they're gonna be picking two kinda semi heavy frontliners.
I think this is a solid choice, but it's still a flex because the toe is mostly used into the ruin position. Meanwhile, the badang is definitely going to be put into the XP. So they are actually looking for a little bit of a pick off. So maybe they are setting for a marksman that is insta burst. So they have to be very careful. But the bends are going to be wait, the picks is going to be for the side of minimalist here. They already have a heavy sustain and a damage soaker front line here, but
And
they need the damage, right?
here comes another heavy hitter, heavy frontliner,
Uh, the
heavy.
Zephyr.
Yeah, the guy with the heavy monolith, the Phobius. Phobius
Monolith.
paired up with
Oh yeah.
Matilda, it's really strong, really, really strong.
Oh, this combination, man. You really don't want to see this kind of combination, right? Because the foe is always going to be jumping on you and he does not have any mobility. But here comes the guiding wind. It's gonna be a sick move. But look at that. For the side of minimalist, they ban away the assassin, right? Because it was
Yeah.
coming up at this point. Hayabusa has to be taken away because most of the time people try to play the Hayabusa even when they are faced against the Baksa because they want to use the mobility to their own advantage.
Not only that, I think drafting wise, it kind of makes sense to be banning out the junglers that are still open because they already picked up their jungler. We can say in the face of Bakshia because Phobius cannot jungle, neither can Matilda. So Bakshia has to go to the jungle at this point, and they're banning out the other valid junglers right now. Kinda a good strategy, I would say, coming in from Minimalist.
Yeah, this is big. This is big actually. Their picks are already anti-burst, so I kind of really like it. So that's where the Cho might actually become a problem. But I think they usually pick out the Cho because they wanna max out the mobility that the Matilda have. But then also the Khalid will
I-
have been better. But then again, the Khalid does need a healing. But look at the
Mhm,
bans coming
mhm.
through for the side of Blaze and the minions
Yes,
are banned
exactly, exactly.
away.
Uh,
I understand. I understand the Farsa here, right?
Yeah,
Because they ban out.
yeah, exactly. I
Uh,
think I was gonna touch on that. Since they already picked up that Kimi, I think that Kimi is gonna be their mid
yeah,
laner. Yeah, and Kimi kind of struggles against range. And what did they
yeah.
do? They ban out two mages that have range. The longest uh the longest range having heroes in game, Farsha and Cecilion, both gone.
I like this. I like the brainstorm, you know. I like the brainstorm coming up a bit of these
Hmm.
teams because they're playing chess into the room. Oh, look at that! Look at that! What are we seeing? A Hanjo that can dive into the backlines very very easily. Wait, this is the Hanzo we're talking about. So I think it's limited, right? Because they ban out the Suyu as well as the Hayabusa and the Fanny. So the only option they're gonna be having is
I
either the Ling or the Hanzo. Oh, look at that! Scary.
Personally, I don't really like the Hanzo pick at all. Hanzo doesn't have any target to kill here, man. Like, who does the Hanzo kill?
No.
Hanzo doesn't get to kill a Matilda, a Bakshia, a Phobius. It's. I think Hanzo right now it requires like 3 items to be doing anything. The ultimate nerf with the energy and the movement speed, it's just too much. It's gonna be interesting to watch what Hanzo can bring out this game because their early game was kind of looking strong with the Kimi and Badang, but if the jungler is Hanzo, I'm not sure what to feel about that, but I guess we'll have to keep on watching.
Yeah. I the one thing I highlight about Fair 7 Esports is that they have the throw as well as the carry, so they could have a combination right there and a very late game heavy composition too. But Minimalists have a better lineup, right? Because they have a range hero, the late game is
Probably.
there, the early game is also there, and look at the
Yes.
juice in built over. They pick out the juice when there is also already a Hanzo because understandable because the Zusin is the only kind of mage that I would say that have the choices to pick out the
Yeah.
Purify or the Flicker in depending on the situation to draft. So I think this is a very very solid draft that they're going to be going for. One with heavy kill and late game, and another with all the lane security. Mid game is also fine.
I mean, most of the majors are banned out anyway, so like Jushin, it's pretty
Yeah.
obvious that being picked up there. But I am still kind of concerned about the Hanzo over here. You know, like if Bakshia fails into the jungle early game, now you
Yeah.
yourself act like a just a like frontliner, just a tank, just a vision, just an interruption. And the Hanzo, he cannot do that. He's a pure assassin, I would say. So that will be
Yeah.
interesting because the Hanzo struggles against Erythral as well, by the way.
Yeah, that's the true part because it's gonna be what we're gonna be seeing now, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the land of dawn. We have our last match for today. Best of one series, Fair 7 Esports going against Minimalist with a heavy composition into the lineup, highly dependent on the mechanic skill because look at that already. The mid lane so aggressive.
Mid lane already going aggressive, and I already know that Zushin win. Oh, a first blood being picked up by
What?
the what? Huh?
Whoa,
Oh,
brains.
easy AFK or something because I saw the carry dying to the enemy tower.
I think you have to be because a little bit of misstepped right there onto the player side. We can't help it, but that's gonna be giving a little bit of a gain for the Irisel here already. So this might be a great start for the side of Minimalist, and I'm seeing a familiar name, Mr. Nuna Cutie. But look at the jungle.
That's what exactly I said. Hanzo is not as strong of a hero. Like early game, Hanzo struggles a lot. Oh, some action happening mid lane, Debbie.
Yep, that was an interesting take. Look at the shots coming in, but Kodo will be taken down by Nuna Cutie. 2 kill already, and
That's
the
gonna be a
escape
triple.
is okay, another one. Oh, look at the rotation coming out from Edward taking the kill onto the mid lane here. So, okay, I think this is a fast-paced movement you're going to be seeing. So,
Debbie.
early game Minimalist, they have a great one, right?
I mean, that's like 1 minute 30 second in, and Team
Yeah,
Minimalist
four
they have a
kills.
2k gold lead already.
Oh no, on 4 kills again. And not really a good start when you have an assassin into your jungle. So the turtle is gonna be up to here and both of the teams are gonna have to try to prep for it. And while you're talking about the goal lead, I think Minimalist will be the one actually having the best setup here. But also we cannot forget the mobility wise, we
Some more
have the toe here.
action.
Look at that. Oh, might be something, but nothing much.
Yeah, I think both the teams are. Oh, here comes the Inferno Pashu on that Padang.
Mhm. I think it's just a zone potential, right? And look at the potential for Chief Yuxin to try to zone away the opponent as fast as possible. The turtle is gonna be taken by 5 members actually.
Yeah.
A great rotation coming in and a good start for the side of Team Minimalist. So already their jungle getting the goal, every goal and level lead that is gonna be having. So this is the bugs that we're talking about, and it's gonna be hard to handle this even when the mid lane comes, the mid game
Yeah,
comes.
you can already see how Baksha is strong early game, like how strong Baksha is early game, especially paired up with the Matilda. Like this Hanzo doesn't even have any farm. I think soon enough, like if they cannot change something, oh Cho.
Oh,
What
Traction
was that
Pulse.
traction pulse?
I think he was trying to get a kick. Oh, look at that. The rotation coming in. The stun is already there. Kozo might be in trouble. Taken down on Cutie with the 3 kills already. And the rotation is not going to be enough because Matilda is there to help aid. And there we go. Sea Light Tower will be taken down. And Hanzo will not be having the best game of his life because 2 deaths already. And the Boxer will be just rolling around onto your face and they can't do anything about it.
Oh no. I'm looking at it and the Hanzo is trying to go for a Sky Pierce the first item.
Oh nah, the Sky Fisher first item that's gonna be good, but look at that. What's not gonna be good is Sparkle taken down to the mid lane. Maybe he has, he was just a little bit too aggressive, but the vengeance is gonna be there because the blue buff will be contested by the side of Minimalist, but Kozo will be taken down for the third time again by Chief Usin here. The blue buff already gone. No blue buff for the Hanzo. Nothing
Exactly.
for 1 minute. So in the mid lane,
Exactly,
um,
exactly. I have myself like faced that a lot of time when playing Hanzo. If I fall
mhm.
off late game, sorry, early game, and my bobs they're gonna be like start disappearing to the enemy's hands, just like that. And I think that was gone.
I mean, it's funny, right? It's the little
It's
gap.
it's not funny when
Yeah.
you are the one playing Hanzo actually.
Oh no, for sea like
Here comes
they're taking down
Eritreal, heavy
today.
crossbow.
Okay, another one. The Sunny is there and good set, but Kozo will be taken down again by the Dukes in another time. Not today, but the mid lane is gonna be focused for the side of Minimalist again. The pressure is up and the turtle is already up and it will be free for the side of Minimalist.
That's definitely gonna be some free turtle soup being picked up from the side of Minimalist. Second turtle being secured by them. I think that Erythriel did a real nice job returning the favor for that carry, giving him an early kill there. What the Erythriel earlier did and went onto the tower and died. I think probably that was what's happened. Oh, Cho Infernal Pursuit.
Oh, wait, there's a little bit of movement coming out from one of the teams, but look at the mid lane. Uchiha might be in trouble again, taken very low. The body, the soul is there. The body might not be able to survive, but there we go. The forwards in the rotation wise as well. Irithel coming into play, but there will be no such casualty, and they have to back away.
Yeah, I'm looking a little bit really aggressive gameplay coming from Minimalist. But
Mm-hmm.
they can be punished, but they have the security of Matilda guiding wind, guiding their back,
Yeah.
keeping them safe, kinda. So they can be affording to go do some aggro gameplay and not get punished for it. But also, speaking of punishment, how do you even punish? Like, you don't have
Yeah.
something like an Atlas or a Trigreal where you can punish them. You have a Cho who is constantly being pressured. Oh, Hanzo being pressured again
Oh.
by 4 man, 3 man.
Yeah, the Hanakage farm is there to help him survive. The Traction Pulse will not be there enough, but Mr. Hellkeep here might be able to survive again with the Matilda here. The steal is a lot of bit too much, but Sparkle with the damage will be able to zone away the members for the side of Fair 7 Esports. So here comes Juicin again with the Crimson Bean, but yeah, they have to back away because they know better to try to be as disciplined as possible because onto the top side, Maksat Abdullah already taking out the turret with the trade.
Yeah, the mid lane is being pressured once again. And speaking of the mid lane, I think the Kimi was kind of hurting the enemies in that previous scrimmage. One more
Yeah.
scrimmage. Oh, the kick! The way of the dragon, traction pulse.
Okay, Nuna QT might be in trouble again. He does have the way to roll away, but look at the circling eagle will be able to zone away the members of Phase 7 Esports and Minimalist once again with the ever so clean disciplined will have to back away because they run away for the turtle. Look at the builds though, champ. Anything signing for you?
I think the Kimi kind of like starting to hurt, and she's building like she already got that feather of heaven, which also like gives you extra damage and also gives
Yeah.
you like some lifesteal. And I think she's now going for concentrated energy, which is going to be really huge. That Kimi can sustain in team fight. So Hanzo,
Oh, Hando, Hanakage form might be trying to go look for something. He has the body, but he might be in trouble here because Cranella will be taken down by Raiden until the midst of it. All Kozo will be caught lacking and will be taken down. The kick is on to one person. The flicker is used by Juice and will be able to survive.
Ooh,
But Nuna
Raiden.
kills. Oh, he's isolated, maybe taken down, taken very low. He does have the utility, but no, it's stuck down to the hands of the Hanzo here. But onto the backline, Sparkles will be able to take down the Kimmy, and Raiden will be falling to the hands of Edward again. So far, a good trade for Minimalist nonetheless.
I think Minimalist just somehow wins out that trade, but that was not a totally losing trade for the favor of Fair 7 Esports. I think they got a
Mm,
tower somewhere, or they got 3 kills or 2 kills. They got two,
yeah,
right? Or three?
they got three. So
They
I
got
think it's
three?
still on under the
If
hands
they,
of Sparkle.
if they got three, that was actually, I think,
Perfect,
that was
right?
kind of like 40-60, I would say. 40-60.
40-60, but still again for the side of Minimalist again. This is what you do when you have a utility into your jungle, right? You just do not want to stay put. You just want to move around the
Yeah,
map,
yeah.
especially
You're constantly
if
gonna
you're
be
fluid.
looking to be rolling, right?
Yeah, rolling, because that's the steel unity for, right?
Ooh.
Oh, look at the stun coming through. Goes with the set again on the Phobos. Will not be able to deal enough damage, but look at the
Infinite.
backlines with the Inferno posted. Might be able to jump around onto the backlines again, but here comes the Edita with the damage, but Chief Yuxin will be able to take down those Kozo another time, but Cornelia will be also getting a kill on his hands. Will be the 2 for 0 trade again for Minimalist.
This is not looking good for the side of fair. That's they're the one that's probably saying right now it's not fair, man. Our front lines are getting
Oh
melted.
no.
Yeah,
They're
I
gonna
think all the damage dealers from the side of Minimalist, Erythriel, probably online right now. Yeah, 3 items on Erythriel, almost 3 items on Jushin. Even Matilda is starting to hurt now, so it's not looking good for the side of Fair 7 Esports.
The early game that they had with this composition is gonna be made up, but look at the Hanakage
Oh
form.
my
That's
god.
trying to go steal onto the lore. What is it doing? Because that lore is not blitzed down by the time minimalist, but he's gonna be caught. The traction calls onto the Phobos with the stun already there, but he has a lot of sustain. The Matilda might be coming into play again. He might not be able to survive, but the lore will be secured by the Bakja here. No kill just yet. But the Phobos is there. He's already dead. But look at that. The heal coming in. Kozo will be falling down to the hands of the Justin. Again with the Crimson Beacon. But look at the soul. The Hanakage form will be used, but not so much because his health was so down. And the Lord will be taken
Oh,
down.
Lakshya.
Oh, look at the taste! Steel Unity. Oh, not so much. Not so much. You have to back away, right, Nuna QC? With the discipline.
Yeah, he just wanted to like keep on rolling, I guess, and not go for the kill. How do we even play this? Like, if we are fair 7, they need to be like more patient and they need to like bet out the enemies in order to have
Yeah.
any chance of winning this game. I think I'm always seeing a solo engage. I mean, coming in
Mm,
from Cho, that kind of makes sense. You are a solo target
mm,
hero, but from Badang though, the Badang has to be landing a wall on like 3 people at least to be doing something. But then again, even if he doesn't catch the Matilda,
mm.
they always have that option of guiding wind and the shield coming from Matilda. So Debbie, how do you change this game if you're PS7?
I think they have to play the housekeeping game, right? They just try to have to stay into the turrets and try to take out the goal to the minions that's coming
Start
in.
clean
That's
eagle.
okay. That might be something of a skirmishes on the top lane, but nothing much because the Hanakage form will be used with the bites are still there, but the damage coming through for oh my goodness, Kozo taken down by Sparkle. The damage is there from the Kimmy, but they will be taken very low. The Crimson Beacon used to displace and Vividan will be taken down by the Duxin again, but another kill onto the hands of the Sparkle. The Irithel here already taken down 2 members onto the side of Fair 7 East, but 3 members falling down, only 2 alive to try to save onto that turret. But will they be able to do this?
This was already a case of tanks are not tanking enough, and if you thought it was scary already, now the Ethereal has a
Yeah.
berserker fury, and we see some more action happening there top side.
Okay, there might be something
Ooh,
here, but also a taste. But Kozo trying to look for a set again, another one. The
that,
speedy
that,
light will.
that
I don't
yeah,
think it's
that wasn't even
right?
the heavy crossbow. That wasn't even the heavy
Mhm.
crossbow, and the Badang literally got melted with like 3 basic
That's
attacks,
the problem.
and the Badang was
Pretty
brought down
basic.
to 30%.
Half HP. Okay. This is the problem, right? With but down when you are behind, you just don't really have the sustain. And maybe try to ditch out the thunder belt when you are behind. You just wanna go for the sustain so as to be the one that sets for your team. But the ever so disciplined minimalists, they are trying to not look for a fight, but look at the steel unity onto the backline. Nuna Cutie trying to stunt onto the members. The circling eagle will be used just to drone away, and Cornelia, I think she has to back away because they do not have the time because they won the lot. But onto the top lane though, a little bit of a trade into the hands of the carry. They're just trying to look for farms here and there.
Carry has still been like farming really well. I don't know where the carry kept up almost neck on neck with that 83L. She's
Mm,
only 1k behind when it comes to like being compared to the 83L. The carry was farming pretty decently, I would say. So that's the good news
yeah,
for
yeah,
Fear 7 Esports. The carry can be a light in the darkness for Fear 7. Oh, Cho looking for something. I think that's a little bit overextending. And meanwhile, the Lord being walked on. Do they know the Hans is there? I don't think they know. Hanzo.
I don't think
Hanzo.
they know, but
Oh,
yeah, they
Hanzo,
are not.
no!
Wait, what? Wait, how he might be spotted here, and I don't think Minimalist will be trying to take for the Lord because they saw where the Hanzo already went. But onto the mid side though, Kozo spotted out by Mr. Hellkit here. I don't think he's gonna be looking for something because Immortality is already up. But onto the top lane though,
Pinnacle
jungle versus
Ninja being
jungle. We're gonna
used.
be seeing. Okay, the soul is there, but I think this is what
I
they
think yeah,
needed
that the
for
Pinnacle
Minimalist.
Ninja is gonna get him to safety, or is it? No, Crimson
Ooh.
Beacon? Never mind.
Yeah, they have to be gone. I think
Ooh,
this is what they're looking for.
ooh,
Oh, top
ooh,
lane.
ooh.
Oh, the Sunny is there. It is still, but the survivability must be able to survive. But the kick is also there, but he will be unstoppable. The kick is there, but the toe will be taken down to the midst of it all. Kozo
Ah,
falling alongside him and Sparkle with the
that,
gain at 3v1. I mean,
I
2v1?
that's three bodies for just the cost of one inhibitor, and now they can walk onto the lot for free. I
Free.
I would say it's like a 40-60 again in favor of Minimalist.
Yeah.
If you lose the inhibitor, that's permanent damage though. So like that's kind of big.
It's a way of life for them as a sign of life, right? If they haven't gotten out the inhibitor, they could have been. It's like zero win conditions for them. But now I think they're seeing a little bit of a change up, right? Because they took out the
Yes,
inhibitor like
yes.
mentioned, so Minimalist might have to try to take out the long array lane as much as possible. But the Lord will be marching
Mm-hmm.
down onto the
Mm-hmm.
top lane, or maybe they might try to look for a set here.
Yes, definitely we have to give some points when it comes to the game IQ of 7 Esports. Their lineup might have been a little not so good, picking up that Hanzo especially. They
Mm,
know they cannot win the team fight, so they're not even looking for the team fights. They're looking to play the long lane, like you said, Devi. And
yeah.
Pinnacle Ninja is being used to like constantly lane clear, which exactly what I have to do most of my games playing Hanzo.
Yeah.
Some action
But
happening top lane, Devi.
oh, there might be something here because the Lord is marching down, just trying to focus onto the turret. But look at the damage coming through by the side of Minimalist. They will be taken very low, but they also took down the inhibitor into the midst of it all. But the Kimi will be falling down to the hands of the foe, whereas the Lord
There
is
goes
still very up and
Hanzo.
healthy. But the damage is
There goes
not there.
Badang.
Kozo will be falling down. Triple kill
There goes
for the
Sword.
hands of the foe, whereas
There
the
goes
face
Sky.
is wide open. Mega kill into the hands of the Suicide. And there we go, Minimalist with style. They will be ending this game in this best of one series, knocking out Phase 7 Esports, Fair and Square.
Ah, I like even in mid game, like I already said in the draft that I don't like the Hanzo at all. I I don't like the Hanzo pick at all. And itemization was also like it was kind of goofy going for the Sky Piercer early. You are already behind in farm. You should be going for golden stuff and not Sky Piercer. I don't think Sky Piercer was even a good option this game because you are not gonna be able to hit low HP enemies anyways because you're not your side is not gonna be able to get anyone to low HP because enemies have two tanks and Matilda. So Zushin is also pretty hard to catch, um, I would say. And I was for a moment when I saw that inhibitor being taken down from Fair 7, I had my hopes up there a little bit for the quote unquote underdog. I always like to see the team that struggling win somehow, but didn't happen this time.
Very understandable, man. But yeah, it is what it is because we are getting what we're saying. So one thing's for sure, right, Chem, is that we know who to focus on, right? Minimalist with this kind of draft with the discipline. I'm very shocked about the discipline, so I hope you guys are sure in knowing this team is gonna be shining into the next round. So this might be the end of our today's matches because this was a fourth match and we have seen a lot of winning teams and lots of action packed already. Because this will not be the end because we have a lot more going, but for another day. For now, me and Tim, we will be signing off. Stay tuned for tomorrow because we will be live again.
Yes, man. I think we can keep our eyes out on Minimalist. And with that said, man, I think we can bid good night to our viewers. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah. Good night. Go, let's go.